Oh, welcome back, my friends. It's the show that never ends. Cork Stats, the fastest freaking show in MLB. Absolutely anywhere with your homeboy. Big Johnny Stud coming to you worldwide. Brooklyn, New York, as always, coming at that damn chair as always. Follow me up on Twitter at John Legaza Flow, sharper than a razor. Same handle over on Substack. We're $2 a week. Get you 5 pounds of shit in a 2 pound box. Find out what the fucking hubbub is about, yo. NFL stuff going hot and heavy. Also, good to see people jumping up in those sheets. The feedback is really good. And remember, the forward-looking sheets next year's are going to be even better. When I make adjustments, it's not worth re-racking. You kind of get what you get and you don't get upset. But I am taking suggestions. You tell me what you want to see that might be missing. That's why I think I'm really recommending everyone go dig now. Tell me what's missing. It may be something I already have covered, but we really want to know the earlier the better. It takes some time to work all these sheets and stuff. All right. Enough of that shit, man. Oh, I did not bet yesterday. I intended to. I got something in my freaking eyeballs. I need at least one of those working. I didn't get to it. I don't know. I got a sleepover sprung on me, and all of a sudden I'm making pizza with my daughter and a friend. You know what I mean? You do the best you can, what little you got. In my case, all right. Enough of that shit, yo. Best part of waking up. Pitching sheets up in the mug, bro. Okay, we got a full one today. I think I counted 6 early. So we're going to start with the nighttime stuff. Quick shot up into the comments. Good to see people up on the Saturday Weekend Warrior Edition. Yo, Trent C, what's going on? No block. Wagwan. Sam B.E., of course. The knows B. Rose, bros. Oh, Thomas Ronhart. Love seeing new names in there. Big Johnny Stud, man. Yeah, appreciate all the support. And Lopez, let's go. Oh, man, you're going to call out Sparta. You're going to get it, baby.
What is your profession?
Damn right, baseball's version of 300. Give the book nothing. Give that motherfucker everything. Take from that motherfucker everything. Give him shit. Who cares? All right. I'm going to get back in the betting streets today. I just didn't get to it yesterday. And you know what? I had like an original Top Gun moment. I was ready, and then again the frustration came, and I took the mask down. I was like, it doesn't feel right. Like, well, what the fuck do you mean it doesn't feel right? It doesn't feel right. Didn't feel right. Didn't have the shot, so I didn't take the shot. And I think today we're feeling a little bit better. Not crazy in love with the board, but let's dive through it. Oh, I almost forgot really quick. Sorry to big nose you one more time. Shout out our guy, Mick C. Let's fucking go, bro. Let's fucking go, man. Longtime part of the Spartan crew, our guy Mick brought home a bink on the Splash Sports Hit Survivor, and he wrote me this beautiful DM this morning. Give me credit. I'm sure I didn't do shit, but I'm assuming he was getting the plays off the Algo, off the model, off the hitter board. I know they're impactful. Shit, man. Maybe we need to look more into that tournament. So shout out to Mick. He brought home fucking $10K on a $20 hit. It's a 1-week tournament. It ends after a week. So whoever's left, you split with 15 or 20K. I think his was 20. He split it with 2 people. I'm not 100% sure either way. He brought home fucking $10K on $20 in 1 week. Sounds like a pretty good fucking ROI to me. So, yo, way to go, Mick. Love to see the, Spartans eating good in the fucking neighborhood.
This is Sparta!
Damn right, homies. All right. Again, we got to get through this. I got shit to do. Let's do the PM stuff, and then we'll circle back a little. Skyrockets in flight, afternoon delight. Ryan Weathers on the bump for the bad guys. The Jenkins, minus 118 on the road against the Fightin' Phils. It looks like we're getting Brian Keller. Not sure if that's listed yet. Okay, I got Phillies undecided. This is kind of wild. You got to think it's Keller. I was trying not to get derailed right off the bat, but I think this is worth it. Yes, we are generally fading pitchers and debuts, but I think we want to know what we're up against. Now, he's like an old fogey, man. Guy's 32 years old. He's a former 39th round pick. You know what I'm saying? He was drafted in the top 1,200 overall. That class of 2016 was very deep. But, like, he's having a monster season in the minor leagues. And, in fact, it looks like he's been pretty good for a while, actually. I'm surprised we haven't heard the name, come up. I guess maybe the Phillies have just been healthy in the rotation because there's a lot to like here. I didn't run the full one. If I get to it, I will. Generally, see it's all blank. Generally, I fill in all the shit. It's a fucking pain in the ass. I have to do it manually. And I wanted to make sure he was pitching first. Like, that's the worst. I go and mine it, and then it's somebody else, and it's like, ugh. But I think it's going to be him because of the price. Though right now, it feels like the Weathers play is pretty strong on its face against an undecided. And even if it is a 32-year-old career minor leaguer, he's never debuted before. Former Yankee hand for like a fucking decade. I didn't realize that. But he's pitching to a 2.06 ERA and a sub-1 whip, with a nearly 20 KBB and not giving up a lot of home runs. Kind of how you do it. But I don't know how you could back Keller at even money against Weathers and the Yankees minus 118. I mean, Weathers hasn't been great. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride. Here's my guess, and then we're just going to kind of move on from this. We know Weathers has the strikeouts in the bag, the swing and miss, and the cold stuff. He's even like a little bit of a ground ball pitcher. I don't think he gets credit for that. The problem always with Weathers, right, is the four-seamer that has velo, but it's not that great, and it ends up in the fucking fifth row, sometimes the 15th row, which in good ballparks where he gets abused. So his home stuff, I'd imagine, is pretty brutal. Right, the home stuff for Weathers is not good, though he does get his strikeouts. Maybe the worry is Philadelphia kind of plays up the home runs also. But other than that, I'm really not sure. Phillies versus lefties is not some strong split. Again, you can see they've had some power and some home runs. But is that really what the entire thing is based off of? We know the front end of the Phillies offense is predicated on left-handers. And though Harper and Schwarber have hit lefties, historically, no one's ever looking for lefty-lefty matchups, right? Let's not be ridiculous. Yankee bullpen, I think, is better than the Phillies bullpen. I think Yankees win this one. I always do that with like the weird face on. I kind of hate backing the Yankees, man. I don't like the double cheat. I root for them. I like the Yankees a lot. Well, you're doing enough fucking handicapping and betting, you learn to hate all these fucking teams, but yeah, I don't know. I got the Yankees to win. Feels like a little bit of a misprice, man. Next up, Tanner Bybee on the bump for the Guards. They're plus 111 dogs on the road down in Tampa to face Nicky Martinez in the flat fucking fish of Florida. Cleveland has the bullpen emoji. There's quite a bit of that. Let's do that first. Gaddis back-to-back 3 of 4. Sabrowski 2 of 3. Ailman 2 of 3. And Festa 2 of 3. So it doesn't include Cade Smith. But there is a lefty ding, right? And Gaddis, the kind of number 2 guy. So it's not great, but it's also not horrendous. Bybee's been, to me, the 386, 115 ERA whip combo feels like a little bit of a mirage. All the indicators across the board are not buying it. Stuff plus in the four-seamer and the velo, just not there. KBB down at 12, chase rate at 30, not what you expect from Bybee, especially, he's kind of like a up in the zone fastball guy. If he's not generating whiffs and stuff, it's not going to end well. And for all the fly balls, he has a single-digit infield fly, 41 hard hit, 9% barrel, 20 Shamalama ding-dongs. Hard to back Bybee, and then again, if there's any questions in the bullpen, I'm kind of gotten the ick face. He's also, he's been good keeping, runners off. The whip has been really low. But again, I wanted to go back, sort of backtrack. It's a 246 BABIP. Yeah, no shit. The walk rate's at 7.5, which is good, but it's not like, it's not elite. It's not sub 5. I'm having trouble kind of backing this, and even with a little bit of production, it's been the story all year. Last 30 for Bybee's been very strong, 334, 108 surface combo, but a 520 Sierra of 6% KBB not buying it. You could tell the same fucking story for Martinez, 201 ERA, .99 whip, last 30 days, 565 Sierra, 4.5 KBB. Though he's been a fucking whiz at home. He's been a whiz everywhere. Martinez just been doing the goddamn Houdini thing all season long. Like, I don't know how he keeps getting away with this. And we back it up just a touch. But like the Claude bot loves him because that at least, Claude loves all the disciplinary stuff. It tests out well when you throw strikes and you get ahead and induce chases. 4.5 walk rate through over 111 innings is the thing. I'm not even really sure where to look for offensive stuff right now. I usually start on righties last 14. Rays have been meh. Guards maybe a little bit better. Last 7, which is basically second half at this point. Guards kind of coming out hot, and we know they love to hit at the crib. Yeah, I think I like the guards in this one. They even have the bullpen edge. Minus 135 feels like feels a little bit heavy. Funny after all that, long story long, the model's favorite play is actually to the over. What's up, Adonis? Good to see you, Will Flam and Jagfish. Jam, but Dan, whoa, Black Betty. It's actually Dan. Actually, I don't know if you were listening when I actually realized that I saw something for you come in. I was like, so hey, Dan, welcome. The model loves the over here. Man, maybe I like the twofer. And I don't know, I shouldn't be looking to parlay. Well, that kind of makes sense, right? To be parlaying stuff on a minus 135, which is I consider palatable. But man, I really think Tampa gets there and we're going over because I'm not really buying a Rays shove job. Well, maybe that plus 155 the Rays covers is in there. Maybe this is another way to blend bet. I wonder if anybody was thinking the same thing. Rays plus the over, by the way, is plus 230, right? Meaning, another way, right, to skin the cat without scratching his asshole and getting exposure to games. I mean, you could play the straight 135. It's going to be hard to balance that when you tweak the nipples to get that profitable with two other ones. You'd have to really lower those, but you could. You could. Let's say it's a unit bet. You could go half on the minus 135, a quarter, or because the other one's 230, maybe that one gets a 10, and maybe that's probably how it would work. You put 0.65 of a unit on the minus 135 for Tampa to win, then you're putting 25 on the plus 155 run line cover, and then you're putting 10 on the win plus the over for the 230, looking for the fucking player blackjack. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm in a little bit of a rush. I need to be marking these as we go. I'm going to put that one down as the Tampa plus the 8.5. I like those mixes because it's just a good way to put it. I don't. Damn, someone gave me this question before. Someone was asking about not getting any emails. Data, the show picks, the projections, those are up 7 days a week, regardless of how much sand is in my vagina that day. If I'm putting a pick on record, you will get an email for that. It will always also be clearly listed, right? The way this is kind of made, there's a lot of fucking degenerates into this stuff. You don't want to be waiting for me for alerts. The pitching stuff even goes up the night before. I've been doing that for the Source Network crew. I can't guarantee probables. I also don't put out the model because of wind, weather, sun, and fucking bullpen stuff, but the data is up by 8:30 in the morning every single day. It's usually earlier than that. There's a dozen of you in the fucking sheets at 6 in the morning when I start dropping the data after everything is starting to get formatted. So, don't wait for alerts. If you're here to tail, I hate to be like this, but you shouldn't, right? You shouldn't. This is not a pick selling service. I'm giving away my edge here. You know what I mean? If you're the sharpest people basically using this stuff are looking at it early on top of the model when it drops at 8 because like it or not, we have an impact on the market, right? So once the algo drops, usually between 750 and 805, right around there, the ball is going to start rolling down the hill. And this goes on at 9. My picks don't go up till after. I should be doing them right after. I don't always. I'm kind of exhausted mentally, but just to be completely honest, you know how we do. Survey says I'm honest. Okay, next up, Shota and Monica. He's on the bump for the Baby Bears. They're on the road as plus 113 dogs against Yar, Paulie Schemes, and the fucking Buccos. The fucking Buccos. The fuckos. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. At this point, you feel like Schemes is on the bump. He's an automatic fucking smash play. They don't score for him. They don't win for him. The bullpen doesn't pitch for him. And the team is hitting right now. It's one of those things that doesn't make sense and probably won't last, but it's still like a thing. And, people that trend bet love this shit. Oh man, Paulie Schemes Day going the other way. You might have a case though. As good as Schemes has been, Shota's been fantastic also. He really has. And he's pitched in a couple of those ridiculously maniacal wind games, like 20 mile an hour out in Wrigley games, where his particular style of pitching, let's fast forward, where 45 fly ball, 46 pull, double-digit barrel is going to get you those 22, ding-a-lings. So his 15 and a half homer fly ball, was high. And if you're asking me, gun to my head, is it going to come down? I would say yes. But just remember, he is really highly dependent on that. He's very much vulnerable to the situation and the weather. It's kind of normalized today, so I think he's going to be fine. Again, Pittsburgh hits, and I think they've even hit lefties. I've got that up on the board right now. You can see Pittsburgh last 353 plate appearances versus lefties last 30 days. There's been quite a bit of power, but the underpinning shit is really bad. 15% swing and strike, 36 chase. Shota may make you look kind of stupid. And Skeens, for all the joking about them not winning for him, his board is clean, man. The indicators love him. He's got elite command, elite control. You'd like to see him get ahead of a few more people. Like, if we're really pulling the threads on Skeens, and not to criticize this guy, I'm a fat piece of shit. He's a tremendous winner. He's got to just get ahead, man. Focus more on a quality first strike. Maybe he's a little too cute. And I think guys are on the take on the first pitch. And it doesn't mean to groove a four-seamer, but maybe just get ahead a little bit more. I think that would be the next leg up for him. He's also been very unlucky, let's say. 68 left on base, 293 BABIP, even with the single-digit homer fly ball rate. That doesn't cover it. 68 left on base is all of the 3.43 ERA. Like, imagine where this guy deserves to be. He has a 104 whip through 115 innings, whatever. Paul fucking Skeens. Breaking news. Do I have that one? I used to have that one. Shit. Oh, come on. Damn, I used to have dun, 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 dun. Yeah, like, this just in. Paul Skeens is good at pitching fucking baseballs. You know what I mean? Like, obviously. So where are we at on this one? I had not trusted the Cubs bullpen at all. They're starting to pitch a little bit, though. Right? They've been getting their outs. And maybe the Pittsburgh offense is falling off a little touch also, right? They've been kind of shitty out of the box. That 32% K rate last 265 plate appearances is a little bit worrisome. Pitt bullpen, they have the emoji. It's the front end of the pen too, right? We've got Soto 2 of 3, Montgomery 2 of 3. Uh-oh. I mean, I don't know. The model is like into the Pirates because of the price with Skeens regression. I don't know. I want to kind of go over, but it's not really there. So you could probably spin me a couple tails, like where the Cubs are a good value at plus 113. I think you could probably bet them live. You could say both these guys are humming. Well, let's go to the under. And, if you got a 4-3, I believe it. But I'm just a little bit out. The bullpen stuff and the Shota homers worry me for an under. I think I'm out on this one. Watch Pittsburgh hit for fucking Skeens. Like, you feel like that's a guarantee. Next up, Bryce the Elder, my favorite Dungeons and Dragons character from the Shire, although now I'm mixing fantasy universes. Pitching for the Bravos, minus 105, sorry. They're on the road in Bmore to face Brandon Forever Young and the Blackbirds in orange vests, man. I've been digging Brandon Young. He took us on a little bit of a roller coaster ride, but it looks like I was right. He was good. And I owe an apology because I got off the train for a little bit and was like, what am I doing, man? I got to have a little more, strength in my convictions. We had been, kind of on Young for a little bit. And, last year it didn't go well. But he had pitched really well in the minors and doing a lot of things we like. I mean, when you're able to hang K rates in the high 20s, with walk rates in the low single digits, with the 30 CSW, all the stuff we talk about, with ground balls, you don't give up home runs. Those are the archetypes of players that generally, right, play. That trajectory will continue into the majors. And he came up and got fucking shellacked, yo. Then he came up again and it was ugly. I wanted to kind of stand pat. I turned on my boy. I think we may have even cashed. Then, he turned it around and he's been looking really sharp out there. It's funny with some of these guys, we get tired of them because he's been up and around and in fantasy waiver articles for fucking half a decade. But the guy's only 27. Like, you should be patient with him. He has 149 professional innings. Like, this is just the beginning, you know. Then you get Bryce Elder, who's been just a crazy regression case always. He gives you these stretches where he's unhittable somehow. The numbers and the spreadsheets never believe it, ever. You can see single digit swing and strike, 25 and a half CSW now. You might be looking to see Young not far behind. However, let's fast forward, and I think you'll see kind of a decoupling, of these two pitchers, where Elder's last 30 is like, ugh, 640 ERA, 680 expected, 12 KBB. Young, 375 ERA. The whip is through the roof. But it's got to be crazy bad because the KBB is at 17 and a half. Both of our indicators are below 4. Comes down to the offense here. Sorry to be wiggling the thing around. I forgot I wanted to point out the Elder splits because I think that got rang this morning. Was the Elder home runs to lefties over starting to pop, and he's always had trouble getting righties out. I just think Baltimore's going to feast on Elder meat today. I like Baltimore to win it. Braves get the bullpen. Oh, I was going to say they get the bullpen back. They actually went to Iglesias. Oh, and Kinley too went. Okay, so the Atlanta bullpen stuff's rough. I think you will get Iglesias, 2 of 3, only 29. But Lee, 2 of 3, 34. Kinley back-to-back, 3 of 4, 31. Dodd, 2 of 3, 26. Those are the pitch counts. And Danny Young back-to-back. You got to hate that. Again, we talk about this all the time. These are these games where if they end up down 1 or 2, they just go to the B bullpen and you hope to scratch it. You can't always go to the A bullpen. If anyone's ever played like a full season, loser alert, but I've been there. I've actually played it all the way through. If you've played, the MLB 2K shit through, you understand bullpen management. There are just games where you can't always risk it. So, right, and there's no, what's his face? No Suarez. So, maybe the Atlanta bullpen, good but not great. Baltimore's actually pitched pretty good back end of games. I think Baltimore gets it done. I really like the price at minus 115. I'm going to mark down the Baltimore money line. I think that's a little short for a home team that we can kind of believe in. Braves have been okay, but I think we're going to score if Elder. You know what? Maybe I should just check the team total quick, because let's say that's comparable. Baltimore's 4.5 minus 110. Fuck. Do we think they could win? Funny, you probably should. I wish I knew the exact math in this. We probably should bet the team total to 5 at 4.5 minus 110 because it's a little bit cheaper than the money line at minus 115. A Baltimore money line minus 115 with a 4.5 means we need Braves under 4. The Braves team total is under 4.5 minus 125, which means the under 4 or 3.5 is going to be a better price. So that's how I try to do it. I don't know if it kept up with that. I've just been trying to objectify these fucking plays. It's probably the question I get more than anything. More than like who do we like is how do we determine F5 from full game? How do we determine money line from run line, right? And that's how the blend bet was born. So, forgive me for some of those kind of, I don't know, mental vomiting, the stream of consciousness. That's a nice way of putting it. But I think that's how you get to it, right? Trying to, if X, then Y, if Y, then Z, right? If the Z, it gets confusing because it's like, do you go back to A, or if, right? Or now, right now, I know my ABCs. So yeah, give me Baltimore to win, I think, or the over 4.5. I don't actually know. Next up, Mason Barnett is going for the A's. It's going to be 1,000,000 degrees in Minnesota to face. I think we're getting Connor Prelip. I was waiting all morning to see that listed. It's still not listed. Well, that was on MGM. About my bookie says undecided. So I think it's going to be Prelip. Maybe we get an opener. I don't know, man. I'm on like an over or nothing. I think Minnesota wins, but do you trust them? No. Do you trust the bullpen? No. Yeah, I would just fade this one. Plus, the totals already beat us to an over. Right, 5.5 at 10 is incredibly high. Again, you can look at the Barnett stuff all you want. He's going to pitch an inning, maybe two. I was trying to figure out who's going to go after that. It might be Medina. So, like, I guess if we're going Barnett, Medina, A's bullpen versus, I don't fucking know, man. Hold on, let me see if I can take a stab at what the hell Minnesota's going to do. Minnesota, eh? Probably Paredes. That's the name. So maybe it's Paredes, Prelip, Minnesota bullpen. The thing, Paredes and Prelip shortens the Minnesota bullpen to maybe a point we don't hate it, because Gomez and Morris both had the day off. They went 2 of 3, but they both had the day off. So, that's a spot that a manager will go to the A pen and push for the win and sacrifice them tomorrow, because you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. You might be down 4 runs tomorrow when you weren't going to use those guys. Hashtag bullpen management. Thank you very much. I don't know. Again, you stare at these bullpen games long enough, you convince yourself that you want to play. Again, it's going to be really hot, and the A's offense is not chumpy, right? And if you are getting Prelip, then they've really crushed fucking lefties. I don't know. Just fade this one. I hate leaving people hanging, but I think sometimes no play is the best play. Next up, oh, good grief. Hunter Charlie Brown on the bump for the Astros. My boy, Hunter Brown, what did you do to my fucking boy? Look what they did to my boy. Masking my boy. Plus 105 dog on the road against Sean Burke and the Pale Hose, man. Berkey doing the thing. It's funny, the fantasy crowd kind of kicking themselves. It's frustrating.
Frustrating.
Everyone was on the Sean Burke breakout last season after the way he closed the year before. There was definitely arm talent there, but maybe a little bit of kind of question marks. My guy Eric at Roto World NBC was talking about this. And it just takes time sometimes. Also, Chicago looks like they've done a pretty good job with pitching development. And yeah, Berkey just could be legit. It is, the reason I say it, it's kind of crazy to think Sean Burke is a minus 126 favorite over Hunter Brown and the Stros, right? You just wouldn't have thought that in April. Like in April, this is minus 185 to the Astros. It's just fucking crazy, man. Now, all right, let's do the Hunter Brown thing. I'm going to try and exercise the demons right now. I was under the fucking hood. I already have the Hunter Brown page up on Savant. Let's take a fucking looky, Lou. You son of a bitch. I mean, the problem is the fucking walks. Guy is walking the fucking world right now. Did he have 6 walks? It was like a career worst. 6 walks last time out. Just horrendous, man. So, 405 ERA and a 145 whip. Barfing. Again, the Claude bot north of 5. I'm at 4.4 between expected ERA at 4 and 4.88 Sierra. The reason I say that, and again, I like right nuance and context, pouring out your fucking nose when you roll with us. My intention every day when the red light goes on is every single person, whether they listen for 45 seconds or the entire fucking shebang, is you leave with something. A feather in the cap, we say, right? And yeah, man, that fucking chubby motherfucker was on something. You got to understand what these stats are saying to you, right? Because there is part of that muscle memory, right? It's why I insist that the data here is worth the time you spend, because it's all formatted, it's templated. It's like working out. You know what I'm saying? You're ready to hit the ground running. Oh, I got to grab this. I got to get this. Everything is there. Oh, shit. Remember, expected ERA is just a conversion of xWOBA. That's it. It's good, but it's imperfect because those expected stats are slanted towards contact quality, right? They're influenced by contact quality, which again matters, but it is the least influenced part of a starting pitcher profile. Conversely, Sierra is fantastic, skills independent. I think that misses some of the contact stuff. Now, a simpler me was just kind of averaging them, but it wasn't getting me as close to the correlation as I wanted to. I started fucking with them. That's how the MLB one was born. That's custom when you sign up. Every pitcher, fantasy season, every pitcher, every day in season. That I did a piece on The Athletic. We beat both of them by a fucking country mile. Then I challenged my Claude bot. It managed to tie my correlation with a mile-long fucking scribe of a formula that I don't understand. And I've been trying to reverse engineer a little bit of it. And I feel like it's influenced by discipline also. But now the point of this little diatribe was very rarely does it happen that all 4 indicators are different. I mean, and what for indicators, when we're talking about everything is at least a third of a run off from each other, that's a really widespread. I would bet there's if a handful of guys that would apply to. Expected ERA at 4, mine at 4.4, Sierra 4.9, Claude Bot north of 5. So to me, that says there's still something here. Like there is no consensus across like all the wise men. So let's see if we can get a nuanced hand on the fucking Hunter Brown. This matters to me. I very much, first of all, I know I have a ton of Hunter Brown shares rolling in best ball. If I could get this motherfucker going into the playoffs, could be the difference between me shipping something fucking huge. The walk rate is bordering on 16%. That is fucked up, yo. It's literally double his worst season ever. Now, he struggled with command early on, but we're talking a long time ago, like almost a decade ago. He wasn't even legal to drink fucking alcohol. This is Hunter Brown. So again, right off the bat, the track record doesn't say being wild is part of this. This could be part of being injured. The CSW is good at 29, excellent, I'd even say. Swinging strikes have disappeared. The ground ball rate is fantastic. Barrel rate, homer rate, all of that shit solid as could be. Of course, my man's been supremely unlucky. Sub 32 fly ball, 38 hard hit. Remember, the Savant hard hit is a raw fucking metric, meaning everything over 95, ground ball and pop up, everything over 95 counts. That number is fucking elite. Elite. Again, it reflects in the 32 hard hit on Fangraphs that somebody has a proprietary fucking algorithm and like a human element. So there's a lot to like. I'm not trying to glaze my boy. The underpinning stuff for Brown is not bad. I guess some struggles to lefties. He's walking 17% of them. That's just not palatable. Righties are batting 188 with a 615 OPS. I really feel like, again, it's just going to come down to command and control. Right now, I'm under the hood on Savant. I promise to do a analytics video for everybody to show you how to 1, 2, 3. Right, everything attached to my brand is about being fast, being efficient, doing the best work in the least amount of fucking time possible. Right. The only fucking fat is in the chair. I'll be here every Saturday. All right. So Brown, the velo is down, but it's only like half a tick. I don't like to overreact to that. I mean, you got to be at a mile an hour. The extension profile is great. The spin profile is the same. He's still getting whiffs on the four-seamer, right? So that's always important. Lack of whiffs on the four-seamer oftentimes is an indication of a, decrease in horizontal break or lack of induced vertical break, right? Combination of those two. Neither is great, but they're both well above average. So his stuff is going to play up on the four-seamer. It's very good. Honestly, the contact stuff is all really good here. Again, even on the sinker, very few pitchers are going to be able to pull off a sinker at a 28% utilization with a sub 375 X lug. No one's getting whiffs on it, right? That's not the intention. So it's not even like the sinker is the problem. Then the rest of the underpinning stuff is fucking elite, yo. Knuckle curve 307 X lug 33 whiff. Change up 433 X lug, a little bit high, but a 58 whiff. That pitch is running a 778 slug. Okay, so this is part of the issue here. He's been really unlucky on some of this shit, right? So here, check this out. We're going big nose for this. Again, I'm really a Hunter Brown guy. I think he's an ace, like a fucking front end Cy Young kind of guy. And now people whose opinions I don't necessarily trust are telling me he's garbage, and that's why I'm getting fucking triggered. That's just to be honest, right? I'm kind of IK being The crowd, I'm getting worried. So check this out. The level of fucking bad luck here is fucking astounding. Astounding. So Hunter Brown's changeup right now is running a 177 XBA. It has a 333 XBA to go with 340 undeserved points of slug. I mean, that's just nuts, man. Like, I'm starting to buy back in on Brown, but is he going to throw the strikes that we need? Man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm sold on the Houston offense outside of Pena and Yordan Alvarez. I don't love it. L7, they've been just okay. Again, this is where WRC Plus is a little misleading. That 112 doesn't say shit to me. You know, they chase too much. They're not taking walks. And if you're going to do that against Burke the way he's pitching, he's going to shove. Both bullpens have been really good. I think I'm on the under here. To me, I think, and agree, the model kind of agrees. So that's why people like the show picks, because like it's not, they know I'm not just reading the model. I'm, you know, the model is up. I do the analysis, but kind of, you know, put it together. What do you got? Bibbity bobbity boop. So yeah, I'm on the under, but I think Houston fucking wins. How do you like that? I think Houston wins. I think Hunter Brown gets back on track. He starts to deal, and everyone's like, "Oh, I can't believe it," you know. But the price is not that great on Houston plus 105. I mean, though, plus 105 on Brown is money. I said yesterday, the plus money on Schlittler was fucking nuts. I mean, come on. Right, Yankees won. It was close. The under was the play in that game also. So that's where I'm going to go, because I'm just still surprised this one's at 8. I think that's the market worrying that, you know, that maybe Hunter Brown is shit. But I'm not buying it, because to me, the market's a little too hot in the White Sox offense as well. Man, sorry about that. Sorry about the tangent, but some of these things, like, they're the, not to be selfish, but they're the things that, like, I'm thinking about, right? These are the problems I'm trying to solve. So I figure if they're the things that are, you know, twisting me into that Gordian knot, you know, that's just shit I want to share with everybody. All right, next up, Ryan Feltner. Feltner damn near fucking killed her. On the bump against Robert Gasser and the Cheesemakers, minus 231. I think I have the same handicap that I had yesterday. Did Milwaukee come back? I don't even remember. I got to check. No, Milwaukee did not come back. Romano almost blew it, but he didn't get it done. I mean, he ended up did get it done. What I mean when I say same handicap as yesterday, yes, the clear pitching edge is to Milwaukee. However, this is not like the, you know, the ass version of a Rockies offense that we used to just, oh, you dogpile these guys, fucking dogpile, minus 240. Oh man, dogpile, who cares? Pay the run line. The offense is good. Not only are they good, I hate giving the Rockies front office credit for anything because they've been so bad for so long, with so many like telegraphed mistakes. They finally put an offense together correctly. And meaning cheap, right? Because anybody could just stack great hitters. They've done it sneaky, and they've done it with platooning. So if you watch the Rockies, it makes their hitter props a little bit hard. That's why you notice a lot of times, even if I have the Rockies scoring, they can be tough to do base props because they pull guys. And the second, if I ever bet on a player and he gets pinch hit for, I'm very rarely am I ever going to apologize for picks, right? I have to do this unapologetically. And trust me, when we lose, I'm hurting. I am. But I can't be, I'm sorry, I told you to bet the Reds. We can't do that. That's not how you do this. That's too much credit to the backward-looking stuff. We just can't do that. Right? You had to deal with that when you press fucking buy. When you press bet, that whole section, you know, of emotional waste, it got flushed down a fucking toilet. You know what I'm saying? That's how, I'm serious. Trust me, I feel bad. But I feel the same way about this today. It's just too expensive. Robert Gasser should not be minus 231 against a team like the Rockies that fucking hits. And Gasser is good. Yeah, he gave us a really nice start last time out. But he has massive blow-ups. Like a more than two. He might even have 2 or 3. I mean, the guy's got a fucking almost 5 ERA. 491 ERA. Granted, the indicator's a little bit lower, but Claude's not buying it. He's at 4.8. Even if mine is. And this is interesting. This one's really interesting, too, because Claude's not buying it, despite lead control. Gasser's been filling the zone. I want to give credit where it's due. But Clawbot also, right? You can see where does he fuck up? The elevation bin is ridiculous. You know, he's putting hard hit balls into play. He's given up 11 homers in only 51 innings. Like, Gasser is okay. I guess he's been good at home. He has. But the last 30's not been that impressive either. Again, not walking pitchers will always help. But this just isn't like crazy. I guess the Rocky split versus lefties has been brutal. But again, they're like always ready to swap. Gasser not really a distance guy. Brewers bullpen definitely good. Definitely good. But are you running scared? Right now, I'm not. I guess we could check the price. Always worth checking the price. I mean, the books, this is one place I've noticed they're doing a good job of trying to tempt us. Right, so what I mentioned before, right, when do we choose between money line, run line? Now, I don't know the answer, but I know the first place we should be looking is the price. And a very good benchmark is like, let's call it 90 cents, right? I want to get it offered at least 90 cents. I want to get 100 cents. Which ironically, it's funny, we don't call it $1, even if we call it 100 cents. In this case, it's like 125 cents, right? So that's what I mean when I say they're trying to lure us, right, with the Poussoir scented fingers, you know what I mean? Come check it out. Come check out the champagne room, fellas. Oh man, 235 minus 235 to minus 110. Yeah, it's minus 120 is a 125 difference. So at minus 110, I guess, right, there's a world where we get the cover. Model is close, right? Anytime I'm at like 2/3 of a run, I get that question also. That's another one of my benchmarks, so it's playable. Because again, we have Milwaukee bordering on 5 runs. What's the problem? The team total is 5.5 plus 110. Rocky's 3.5 even money. That was interesting. Jay Bird and Jay Main and Jeff. Maybe like you're right when you're comparing or pairing the Rockies one step down is probably going to be priced nicely, and I think they get 3. Okay, next up, let's be quick with this one. Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the bump for the Trolley Dodgers. They're minus 167 on the road against Nolan John McClain, looking to die hard for the Let's Go Mets Go. I'm surprised this one's totaled at 8, frankly. I thought it was too high when it got posted. I thought it was too high. I was going to say now that I'm looking at it again, but it actually just... I refreshed my page and it went to 7.5. So I was under it at 7.5. You could still be under it at 7.5, but it was 8. And we talk about this all the time. One, we are very, very good with totals. Very, very good with totals. I'm extremely proud of totals, but that's so bad. I have to pump the brakes on it because I need to put that in my process. A part of my process should be, when there are crazy totals, first thing in the morning, right? I mentioned I'm not a pick service. The sharpest people are on this early. This is the thing they're looking for. When the model drops, people are looking for the big disparity in totals. We were, over a run under. You got to go with that. That said, I think the Mets price is a little off. I know we love the Dodgers and everybody loves Yamamoto, no doubt. But I'm seeing McClain, F5, getting the run at minus 108. That feels like a fucking steal. Listen, when you bet against the Dodgers, it is what it is. And they're good, and they're hitting, and Yamamoto pitches, but no one's invincible. He's just a man. If it bleeds, we can kill it. So I don't know. Now I'm getting sour, because I would have loved to be under the 8, and congrats to you if you were. You fucking scoundrels. Next up, Hunter Green on the bump for the Reds. This can't be right. This says I got to be wrong. He can't be even money to Andre Palante. I don't spend enough money looking. I don't spend enough money. I don't spend enough time. I spend enough money. I was going to say, I don't spend enough time looking at this stuff. Okay, here we go. One more. He keep hitting me, brother. Hunter Green, like the Hunter Green, is minus 105 to Andre Palante and the Cardinals. Now, the only thing that would make that go away is if the F5 price is heavily juiced because the Reds bullpen is whack and they're taxed. That answer is no. It's minus 103. So here we go. I have no idea what's going on. Hold on. I thought Green was good. Wasn't Green good too? Oh man, I just fucked up the Byron Buxton thing. It's so embarrassing to not know when like superstars are playing baseball. But I could have swore, man, I'm getting old, brother. No. Okay, I don't get it, man. Green pitched on the 10th. He went 7 shutout, walked 1, and struck out 12. He went 6 in Colorado, mind you, in Colorado. Gave up 3, no walks, and 7 Ks. And the market's response to this is to make Hunter Green, like Hunter Green, an underdog to Andre Palante. Now, man, that's something. I know somebody would say, "Oh, the one just ain't that about a bitch." I used to have a partner when I was an electrician who said, "Ain't that about a bitch?" Yes, that. I'd be like, I don't even know how you answer. Yes, that is about a bitch. I don't even know. Man, ain't that about a bitch? Okay, so here's a couple things. Either this is where I'm interested. I love this stuff. Either the market forgot that ERA is stupid, which is possible, and that Hunter Green had a 8-run outing in his first start, which again we don't care about. That's the dismissal start. Or, and I don't know the answer to this is why I'm doing the suspense thing. Or, who's at their hand raised? It's probably Jason, the star student here. Whenever we have these questions, the answer has always been the fucking pitcher has a crazy good home split. I don't know the answer. I swear to you, I have nothing to gain from this. I'm going to bet that that's what's going on. Because Andre Palante should not be a favorite over Hunter Green. Here we go. Survey says, what the fuck? Now I don't know. That's it. Here we go. 1 million, mega whale lock, Birkin fucking bags, second mortgages and shit. I have no idea. I have no fucking clue what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. Palante, not even good at home. The Cardinals' offense has been atrocious out of the box, one of the worst in the bigs. And yeah, Palante's been okay. He's not a gas can. He's a heavy sinker, big round ball guy. But the Reds are making contact, and when they're making contact, it's generally good. And they steal bases. We want to. I don't know, man. I don't get it. You're gonna challenge me as a dog to play the BABIP game with fucking Hunter Green on the mound, and like I said, especially the play for me is a smash F5. That's minus 103. You actually can get a better price on the F5 isolating Hunter Green against a Cardinals team that hasn't hit for fucking cock and or balls. I have no idea what's going on. All right, I have to stop talking about this. Just let's get offline, everybody. Let's close our computers and go, bet the fucking farm on the Reds. I can't wait for this one to fucking lose. Next up, the Nature Boy, Brian. Woo! On the bump for the M's. Minus 112. I think I saw minus 110 both ways. On the road against Nasty Nate Eovaldi in the Naughty Jungle of Love. Rangers minus 108 at the crib. They've got the bullpen emoji. Let's see. Lats 2 of 3, 35. Sorry, the second name didn't populate. It's Jacob Junis. Hold on. I can't. I'm not that smart. I have data collapses sometimes. All right, so it's fixed in real time. Jacob Junis 2 of 3. Peyton Gray 2 of 3. Ty Alexander 2 of 3. Not great because that's the front of the bullpen. And both of the lefties that they're going to need. So definitely a little bit of a worry. I don't know. I tend to really like Evalde. I feel like every time we back him, he doesn't do the right thing. You can see the last 30, the ERA is spiked with the whip kind of blab, but it's BABIP because he's a 290 Sierra, 25.5 kbpm. It's excellent. And the thing with Woo is very funny. Woo is like the ultimate split guy. I mean, now it's at the point where I'm following the Brian Woo split. 220 home ERA, 0.77 whip, 25 kbb, which is like frontline SP1. He has a 628 road ERA with a 143 whip and a 14 kbb, which is like a back end SP4. I don't know how this stuff works. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to tell him my boy. I don't know, but like maybe he's partying a little hard. Maybe he's got a couple of maybe he's got a girl in every city. He's out there late, doing a thing. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe flip side. Maybe he misses his wife. Maybe he's up all night talking to his kids. Daddy, we love you. We miss you. Good night. I don't know. I don't know. I do know. I like to think about that stuff sometimes because I know that'd be me. My wife's been trying to get me to sign up for fucking Big Brother. And I'm like, forget it. One, I'd probably be a TV star by the time it's done. I don't know. I don't know if the nation is ready for fucking 24 hours of me talking to the camera. But like, I'd be a crybaby, man. That happened to Lamar Odom. He did Celebrity Big Brother and he couldn't be away from his kids. It like collapsed him. And that would be the thing I could see happening. Oh, see, I don't know what I make of this. I don't usually buy into home and road splits. But man, these are severe. And it's been every time. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm buying the offenses really. Seattle's been kind of ass. Texas has been kind of ass. The 7.5, I'm right on the nose. I don't know. You could pitch me a case to go over. You could pitch me a case to go under. I worry about a banged up Texas bullpen because when they're bad, they're really bad. I don't know. I have a lot of fades today. I think I'm just off this one. So why doesn't everybody take a quick bow? Sorry, I'm down over here. Let's do a quick board read on the afternoon stuff. This is a no stat run here. What I say? We got a 6-pack. Maybe we could put together some fucking goodies. Let me see. Do we have anything in the back end? Oh yeah, Cincinnati. F5 minus 103. All right, and away we go. Michael Waka Flocka on the bump for the Royals with cheese, plus 150 down to Detroit Rock City to face Casey Mize and the Tigres. They've got the bullpen emoji, but if I'm not mistaken, it's not horrendous. It's not good either. You'll probably get Finnegan and Anderson too. Jansen is the one I'm worried about. I don't know if he's been going back to back lately. But man, I'm a big Mize fan. I think he's great. He's great. I'm not really buying the KC offense. They popped a little bit, but man, no Witt, no Jack Cags. I don't know, man. I think I got Detroit for a win. It's minus 180 if you're pairing. If not, you probably take probably with the cover. If I was parlaying, I'm going to see if I can put one together right now on an MGM. I would just click the money line, and not try to be cute because you know what's going to happen. They're going to cough up that last run in the ninth inning. Next up, Mitch Bratt is going for the Diamondbacks. I feel like Bratt has some shine, so I want to be careful dogpiling. 5th round pick. I thought he was a higher round draft pick. I feel like I've chased him. I have because he does a lot of the things we like. Like I mentioned before, big Ks, low walks, weak ground balls. He's had trouble with home runs, and when that starts to happen in the bigs, which it has, I'm a little less willing to back him just yet. And again, he's facing my boy, the Winged Lion, Foster Griffin, and the Nats at home. So it's like Nats, home, Nats, lefties. Washington and Detroit probably make for a good blend bet, actually, because they're both in plus money. Detroit run line is plus 120. Washington run line is plus 140. So, like, to me, that's perfectly cromulent because the money lines make a plus 164, so I could see doing that. In case anyone is wondering what the fuck I'm talking about, I think we might have some new listeners. Thank you for helping me on the hard charge, 2,000 subs. Press like and subscribe, and if you can, find it in your heart. Support the Substack. I put everything right back into the fucking channel. Blend betting, again, I take a lot of pride in this because, the Filter Queen and the Chief Jiggling Officer and the fucking Mega Nuke Will Book It guys and the fucking Lloyd Christmas, haircut, fucking American hating scumbag piece of shit. You know, you don't want to be dealing with that. They're guessing. They're fucking clowns. And they're fucking guessing. Okay, this ain't that. You want that? The door is right there. Don't let it fucking hit you. Where the good Lord fucking split you. Right here, we're gonna do the fucking thing. Okay, I'm not gonna talk shit. Oh, I'm gonna talk plenty of shit, but you bet your fucking bottom dollar we're gonna back that ass up. You know what I'm saying? You're a fine looking woman. Would you back that ass up? Girl, who you playing with? Better back that fucking thing up. Right, so we're looking for better, sharper ways to attack this market. So there's often talk about betting favorites in MLB. It's the quickest way to get fucking your asshole reamed. I don't like to pay big juice. Also pairing favorites, another very quick way to get your asshole reamed. You know, a lot of people won't do it. I think there's an argument for it if you lower the risk. Where I've kind of landed on, and I do like this, two teams, Team A, Team B. We're pairing Team A and Team B on the money line. It has to be plus money. 1/3 of a unit, right? Because we're taking the same unit that we would be betting. And in theory, if you're doing the double favorite thing, fuck, you're at almost 3 units to win 2, right? And if you lose 1, you're behind the 8 ball. This has always been my problem with paying the straight price, you know, that iron price on those heavy favorites. Because if you have 2 plays and you lose 1, you're behind. You're a loser anyway. Maybe that's the trader in me. I like to look at these things in terms of ventures, right? Like each day, kind of a venture. I'm trying to stack profitable days, right? The fucking mountain climber. You're the yodeler on fucking Price is Right. So, again, the same unit. I'm using the theoretical unit where it saves you off the bat and increases your win. If you go, play 1 is MLA plus MLB. Play 2 is run line A. Play 3 is run line B. And you see how you could skin that cat a couple different ways. Now, one team can lose and you still can pull a profitable venture. If both teams win, you're not gonna make it all the way, but you'll be ahead of having one team lose in your other one. And you have the door open to cover that run line and hit the win, right? So 1 is still better than a 1 loss of the old style. 2 is a win. 3 is fucking huge. 3, all of a sudden, you're like, oh shit. And we did that the other week. It was one of the first blend bets we posted. And I'm like, oh, maybe this fucking makes sense. We're handicapping baseball games here that we know are highly variant. If we didn't think they were highly variant, the model would spit out 6, 7, 8 run fucking totals. It doesn't do that because it's a good model. But part of understanding this is the way distribution curves work and how the tail end runs. I can't account for it in a mean adjusted outcome. But you can understand that when something is modeled for 5, you're going to fucking run. So the same works for these big outcomes. I mentioned we're looking for 2/3 of a run to signal a run line cover. It doesn't stop at 2 people. It goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that number has to cover the entire back end. And you want to be open. Open your mind, man. Open your fucking mind, man. I'm just trying to be, expanding my fucking horizons a little bit in this age where everybody's getting fucking stupider. Everybody's getting fucking stupider. I'm just like trying to swim up the fucking stream like the salmon of Capistrano, Anyway. Thank you. So, give me Washington in a blend bet with Detroit, or you can go both of them if you're stacking. Next up, I think this one again, you really don't want to be parlaying. You really don't want to be parlaying underdogs. That's not the best way to do this. It really isn't. If you have a play that you like in over plus money, you should take it straight. So maybe I should just get an afternoon fucking ticket. I probably won't. I'll parlay them and lose instead. Don't worry. I've got the Angels and Ryan Johnson beating the Giants and Robbie Ray in a bounce back today. I've kind of liked what we've seen from Johnson. I also don't trust the Giants bullpen. They're the worst. And this new iteration of the Angels bullpen been a little bit surprising, actually. They've been like a kind of fun. And you learn this when you're sweating them and you're like, fuck, man. Now that Kirby Yates isn't like the 9th inning guy, they've been going to like Bachman first and Zafirjan. And the high leverage stuff for the Angels has actually come through. So I like the Angels to win. If you were pairing this, I'd go with the run line because you're getting the plus run. Now, remember when I was mentioning the cost of a run line offer again, you're just not getting this at any of those other fucking channels. They're all so shitty. It's like this show, the Source Network guys, or that's it. That's it. I think I haven't got a chance. I've been seeing TV Jones is on a show. Maybe I got to check that out. So TV, you're tentatively approved, right? You have the stubby finger up until I get to check it out. But other than that, it's such fucking filth, people. It really is. It's all brain rot, fucking garbage by known losers who are also fucking idiots. I mean, you could not do worse. Wasting your time watching that fucking type of shit. You're not going to learn anything. And if you do, it's going to be wrong. It's going to be wrong. You'll have to spend time unlearning it, then listening to this show and relearning it. Trust me, you're just better off fucking here. When you're here, you're home. I mentioned 100 cents being a good offer on a run line as a temptation. It works as an inverse, and you have to pay 100 cents to back off to the run line for the Angels, which is not a good deal, and it sucks. So it's also a problem. I think it's in a cash. So I'm going to say it's a losing bet. But yeah, playing the minus 190 to get a run and a half is a loser bet compared to betting the Angels to win at plus 110. Because, it's up to you to fool around with the risk. Damn, I went over the hour mark, fucking ranting and raving today like a fucking lunatic. Yo, Josh, Whit, what's going on? Play it, man. I appreciate it. Jagfish, thank you so much. Hold on, I get one of these every so often. I have a little collection. I have a little collection of those screenshots I just haven't posted with some of my favorite comments. I'm going to try and make like a little fucking collage, man. Oh, there it is. Josh Witt, holla. Trevor has a show. It's called Line Labs, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I'm going to try and check it out. It's after my bedtime. I'm usually up at 5 a.m. 10:30, I'm fucking shot. Sometimes whatever. It's a long story. So, let's try and bat this bitch up strong. Other than, if you're parlaying, I think a run line that's expensive makes more sense than a plus money line. I don't know. But again, when I parlay, you want to be a pussy. You do. You want to be a pussy because you don't want that fucking leg, that last fucking leg to kill you. All right, next up, Dylan, stop, cease, and desist for the Bluebirds. They're on the road in Boston. If a sunny gray and the Red Sox. We got a double bullpen emoji with the wind blowing in. Man, I'm modeled under the 7.5. I think the 7.5 is reflective of the bullpen stuff. I still think I'm under. Cease can go deep and Gray can go deep. I'm not really buying either of these offenses. Have they hit out of the box? Boston has, right? Yeah, they were. It's funny, out of the box. A couple days, right back in the tank. Toronto's been fucking ass. So I'd be on the under on this one. Our unders have been kind of sharp lately. They have the hardest to pull the trigger on. They really are. Two left. JP Sears and the Padres. They're on the road plus 114 against Yuri Perez and the Fish minus 137. I've got the Fish to win this one outright. I think Perez is a order of magnitude better than Sears. This one also, it kind of checks that box right on the outside looking in, but it's right there. Where one team is a 4.5 Marlins, the other team is a 3.5 Padres, indicated by the orange box. Again, I love these sheets. Right, you sit down, boom. It's like fucking I know Kung Fu. The Marlins, I think they've dropped 10 in a row. I think those type of trends influence people a little too much. Yes. Are they probably more down in the dumps? Yeah. Okay. Hey, what is that worth? I don't fucking know. Am I buying JP Sears because of it? Probably not. And the Padres bullpen has been a little fugazi, man. They were so good for so long. Now they're giving up tons of home runs, so I'm not really buying that shit. I say thanks, but no thanks. I'd rather back my guy Yuri. A few dollars have actually come in on the Marlins while I've been running my big mouth. That's it. Minus 140 now. Oh, that was the last one because we did Ryan Weathers. All right, so that's it. 6-pack. I got 6 plays. I only have 5 plays. Damn it. I'm having a senior moment right now. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I just don't have. Maybe I don't know how to count. Oh, I don't know how to count. Oh. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, that means it is long time overdue to get the fudge out of here, man. I really appreciate everybody up in the comments, man. The feedback means the world. Shout out to guy Mick for the win again, man. Way to go, brother. Way to go. Remember, 1,000 ways to skin the cat without scratching his asshole. There's so much in this package that It makes me so happy to see people been crushing strikeout props lately. I don't even play those, man. And using the base props and people nailing home runs. Shout out B Rose, man, doing the fucking thing. I really do appreciate you. Those organic tweets are the nut hand for anyone that's doing content. We're in an age, right? Everyone is so used to ignoring and scrolling right fucking past everything, corporate, everything, advertising, everything. Genuine is the name of the game right now, right? Being fucking real, being genuine. And I think people see a constant stream of the things we talk about and how they're so different and the way people talk about just the thing we're building. It means the fucking world to me. So press the cartoon finger because it matters more than it should. Press the subscribe button because it matters more than it should. Remember, no one, and I've done a dozen of these interviews, no one's ever asked me, hey, is your show good? No one gives a fuck. How many numbers? Show us the fucking numeros. That's all they ever want to hear. Like, being hate watched is way more important to the corporations, right? We just fuck them. Fuck them. Again, you want the makeup shit. You want the fucking phony balonies, guessing at shit. Like, I don't understand. Like, part of this is supposed to be the grind towards the puzzle, right? The love of the obsession of the puzzle. And you're just not getting it that way. Not getting it that way. I mean, but listen, everybody likes a pair of giant fucking hoo-haws. Who could blame you? All right, let's get out of here. Thanks for picking up what I'm putting down here in Corked Stats. I know the crying emojis are going on in the fucking chat right now. I appreciate you, man. Seriously, Josh, again, man, that's what I'm talking about. Hard work. That's what this is all about, right? We don't throw the ball. We don't swing a bat, but we do control our work ethic, man. How we present ourselves and how we surround ourselves, who we surround ourselves with, and the fucking energy that we put out there. So appreciate you. You guys are the fucking best. Enjoy the games, enjoy the day. When we're done with the book, enjoy the pay, and remember, when you work this hard, win.